A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chicago.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes that.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go. Let's go. Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Let's go, lady. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Yellow. Alpha. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Clayton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Bring yellow. I'm the blue lady. I'm coming for you, son. Yellow. Check nine.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get that one complete to counter. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. This is caught. Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. The extra point up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Allen. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Allen gonna throw. Got an open man, it's Burnett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Allen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
24 is the mic.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Let's get it. Check 53. Man, that's trash. Alert. Check 15. Check 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Hey, check 24. What's 24? That's it. What's it?
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
43, 15. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Early lead in that one for the Packers. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
53, Mike. I don't think you got it, son. Deuce.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Burnett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a first and 10.
54, right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming!
Mahomes to throw once more. That is caught by Cohen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up second down. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Yellow. I'll go on. 53. Hey, 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Butker on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
The score, Chiefs 23, Bears 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check nickel. Check.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
25. Alert! Hey, Wood!
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll get this one complete to Terry Godwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Shoot! 57. 15.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They come out here in the eye. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the... And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Mike, 53, Mike. I'm here all day.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Check. 53's mine. Check.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen, he's going to rifle one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they are silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Check 53. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want that.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check 53. Hey, wahoo.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, eluding the pressure right. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. from 3 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
54, Mike, 54.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Attack!
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check, 53.
On first down, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. The point after is good, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Mike. Mike. Wild Bill. 53's to Mike. 53. Check 53. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Out.
On third and long, it's Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard.
Hey, echo. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Check Mike. Check.
So Allen's going to look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Let's get off the field, G. All 52.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year, as the Bears push further out in front. No problem there on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something somehow.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for two. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that two-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the two-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for Chicago, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.